My name is Don Phillips. I'm the Diocesan Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Rupert's Land in Canada. I'm part of this symposium because this is the second International Ministry Development Symposium we've done. I was part of the planning committee on the first symposium in 1999, and when talk was started amongst several leaders across several countries about doing another symposium, I naturally was excited and pleased to be incorporated into that. And the time just seemed to be right to take advantage of those relationships and both the experience we've had in the last 16 years as well as the new questions that have emerged. One of the things that excites me about this particular symposium is, while keeping in mind, in fact very much in mind, a baptismal ministry paradigm and collaborative ministry locally and nationally as well in the church, we've also been introduced to the whole challenge of being a missional church that is looking much more outward into the world, into the communities around it. So for me, the exciting grab, you might say, of this opportunity is the bringing together of a collaborative ministry model with a missional church calling or imperative. None of us really knows what that's going to look like, because most of the collaborative ministry models really were focused on making a church healthy. I won't say they were entirely focused inwardly, but much of the emphasis was on creating an effective, vital, and viable church so that its members could minister in the world. And I see the missional church challenge is moving beyond that. And now we're trying to find ways in which to take that collaborative model and open it up so that it empowers the members and the church as a whole in its mission in the world. One of the things that I think we have grown in our appreciation of is the importance of context. I'm thinking 16 years ago at the first Ministry Development Symposium, we were very much aware and pleased that we were coming from diverse contexts in Australia, New Zealand, United States, Canada, England, and Scotland. But in many ways, we saw ourselves trying to find common ground and trying to, in a sense, find ways in which the models we were using could be adapted in each other's contexts. I think this time we're coming with a greater appreciation that the local context is really in the forefront. And what we're instead doing is learning from others how they have worked in their contexts, and then seeing what we can learn to apply in our own context. So I think there's a much greater awareness of context and God at work in our local communities, and trying to discern ways in which we can more effectively participate in what we see God already doing around us and in our midst. I'm delighted with the experience of this International Ministry Symposium. I'm very impressed with both the diversity of persons here and the quality of their input. I think this was true 16 years ago, but it's even more true now, that when you go into either the plenary gathering or into one of the groups, it's very difficult to tell who's ordained, who's not, who's a bishop, who's a deacon. The lines are very blurred in a lovely way, and you really do feel like disciples gathered from all over the world and celebrating Christ, celebrating what God is doing, and being open to how the Spirit is speaking to and through each of us.